Krista, why are you not willing to take this old bag in for us? We only just got married over here, right? Don't you think it's better if you take her and look after her instead of the two of us newlyweds?
Betty, it's been a while. When you said old bag, were you actually referring to my mom?
Who else would I be giving that well-deserved title to? I want you to take over handling this stingy and annoying old freak for us.
Could you stop it with all that horrible name-calling, please? She is my mom, okay?
I could care less about that, Christina. I'm only calling her by who she really is, right? A moneyless old bag. If you don't come over here to get her real soon, I'll have to kick her out of our house.
Betty, are you aware that it is my mom who has been asking to come and live with my older brother? And it's not just her that wants it, but my older brother as well. So you talking about her in that way seems to be you not showing any respect for our family. Is that right? Calling her things like annoying and poor are sorts of things that will make her really upset and might push her to becoming more distant from you.
I'm sure you just want to think of her in the nicest possible way because she was the only person that parented you. But to me, someone who was raised in a family with loads of money, all I can think of her as is a moneyless bag. I feel bad for the poor broad, but having to put up with her is driving me nuts.
You actually feel bad for her? From the way you keep talking about her, I'm not seeing any part of you that actually cares enough about her to be saying such things. It's making me sad to hear all this from you. What about my mom has made you so upset with her that you'd say such rude things?
That old bag is terrible at cooking decent meals for us.
What?
The only thing she can make well is bad food. And when it comes to the clothing she wears, it all looks like secondhand clothing bought at some Salvation Army. Just looking at her style makes me want to vomit.
You're making my mom cook while she's over there? Are you kidding me?
What are you trying to get at? Of course she is. We are the ones allowing her to live here with us, so the least she can do is cook.
No, I feel that if anything, you should be the one cooking for her.
And just be aware that I know about how your whole family has zero spending money because you all had to be raised by a single mother. I feel that just because you don't have the money to support her poor butt, you shouldn't be forcing someone like myself and your older brother to. Especially when just a bit ago, Zach was able to get into a great company. If we didn't have this old worthless bag over here, then we'd have enough money to do all sorts of things we want.
If you have the time to talk trash about my mom behind her back, then how about you go talk to my brother about her instead of me?
Huh? What are you saying? Right now, Zach and I are doing so well together. I have no need for you to tell me how to work my relationship with him.
Well, I'm not trying to control what you both do in your relationship, and if you really are doing well together, that's good to hear. But the way you're talking about my mom right now is not acceptable. You sitting there texting me all these complaints you have about her is not acceptable either, and I will not let you say anything more to me. If you really don't want my mom living over there with you guys anymore, then go tell that to my brother's face, please. Tell me, why are you not able to do that if things between you two are going so well?
Right now, Zach is really happy believing that I'm great taking care of his mom for him. He buys me all sorts of brand bags and things like that to repay me for it. That's why I'm asking you to take care of this old bag for me. If he were to find out something like me kicking her out, then this whole awesome relationship we have would fall apart.
So this all has to do with you getting the things you want without having to make any sacrifices, huh? Understood. But this is not something I can do anything about. If you really want her to stop living there with you, go talk to your husband about it. And actually, you should really be talking with my mom about this so you can understand her side of the story. I think that she can explain to you that she's not the kind of person you think she is.
I don't get what you're on about. If you don't let me continue having a great relationship with your brother, I'm going to make both you and your mother pay for it.
And if you think that's such a good idea, then I'll make sure you pay for your actions tenfold. Goodbye now.
Krista, that hurricane today was insane, right? There was something funny about it all, though. Would you like to hear about it?
Something funny about it? Well, I'm sure whatever this something may be, it won't come without a price, right?
In the middle of the night, while the hurricane was raging, I sent that moneyless old hag outside. And now this place is all mine. That's why I said before that you should have hurried up and came and gotten that grandma. I wonder how things are going for her now.
You are the worst. That house is supposed to be like a home to my mom, but you took it from her without even asking.
I'm telling you right now that you need to take care of that moneyless old bag, all right? You and her can get along, both agreeing on things like not having any money or time to have fun.
I can see you're having a ball saying all that stuff about her, but if my brother were to find out about this, what do you think might happen?
You go ahead and let him know what happened, all right? Tell him that it wasn't my fault and that your mom chose to leave the house all by herself in the middle of the night. Make sure you tell her exactly what I said, word for word. You wouldn't want to ruin the most amazing relationship your older brother has with me, right? We have no need for someone in this house who doesn't have any money to share. I wanted this house for myself, so I tossed your mom out into the hurricane to find her way somewhere else.
If you're talking about my mom as though she's lost out there, you have it all wrong. She's with my brother and I at her condo.
What?
You are really the most stupid woman in Florida.
What do you mean by that? What's going on here? What condo are you talking about?
My mom happens to have a condo that she frequents every so often. And soon Zach will be coming back here as well.
Huh? A condo? I don't get it. Have you completely lost your mind now, too?
Ah, that's right. You probably never knew about the condo she holds on to, right? Well, it so happens that my mom has a lot of properties that you probably know nothing about. And to be honest, she's come from a life of fortune that probably even you could never fathom. That's how rich my mom is.
What? She has a lot of properties. What? I have no idea what you're trying to talk to me about right now.
I'm sure you don't, and I'm sorry about that. Lowlifes like you wouldn't have the mental capacity to understand what it's like being rich, right? I'm sure this is all a bit too difficult for you. Well, you not being able to understand what it's like to have money is none of my problem.
Wait, can you please explain this in a way I can understand? Tell me what the hell has happened.
My mom was only living in that house with you two because she wanted to live with my brother. But she was kicked out of that house last night, and so she invited me to come out and live with her for a while at her condo.
I never heard about her owning any condos.
And I can see that now. But we never told you about them in the first place. We didn't want you getting all nervous about my mom having all that money and all her properties. So we decided to make things more comfortable for you by not saying anything about it. We just wanted to make it seem simple, and that's why we said my brother wanted her to come live with them, and she wanted to live with him as well. And she was hoping to have a close relationship with you as well there. But instead, it turns out that you're a terrible person, and because of that, you made yourself look bad in front of her. All she was trying to do was make things less complicated for you. Yet you took all that the wrong way and forced her out.
Make things less complicated for me? What does that even mean?
You can think about that one yourself. But in the end, you kicked her out of the house in the middle of a hurricane. And I went there to get her with my car, and we both went back to her condo and are having a party right now to celebrate being free from you. All our family and friends are here too, having a wonderful time, so please don't come over ruining it for us. And you don't have to worry about her anymore, because she's already made it clear to us that she'll never live around you again.
What the heck? Are you for real? Your mom had a condo and you're all partying right now? This all makes zero sense to me, but you're telling me that an old hag like her that buys clothing from a secondhand store has all that?
She was only wearing that clothing to make you feel better around her. You really should be thankful that she did that for you.
So you're telling me that your mom really has a lot of money, right? Yet she just acted like she was poor while she lived with us?
It's not like she was trying to lie to you or anything. She just didn't want to stress you with thinking that she required more from you than you could give.
Are you trying to say that I'm poor or something?
I'm not trying to say it all that straight, but well, if you compare your life with the one my mom lives, you are pretty poor. But even after my mom tried to be nice to you by not acting all rich and snobby, you still acted out and treated her like she was the poor one, which we all understand very well now.
Huh? No. Wait a second. If you're really telling the truth about her having lots of money, then this is a totally different story. I didn't know at the time that she had all that money and all those properties under her name. I was just being fair with her by saying that she was a poor old bag because of the way she dressed and acted.
And that right there was way too thoughtless of you. Her being poor and without a lot of money didn't have anything to do with you being her daughter-in-law. She just wanted things to be about being a family, and that's it. She really wanted to become good family with you, and that was her only goal. However, instead of becoming friends with you, all she received was earfuls of you calling her horrible things all the time.
Wait, that wasn't what I had planned on doing.
Well, at this point, we are all aware that you're not the kind of person who is willing to be open-minded towards others. And since my mom is the most aware of that, she no longer needs to be around you. So with all that being said, we'd like you out of that house.
Huh? Why would I be the one to leave this house now? This is supposed to be our house.
Come on! You understand by now that you have no right to that house now, right? My brother will most likely be talking to you about this later, but that house is under my mom's name.
Huh? Are you sure?
So you really didn't know about that either then? My mom didn't want to say anything to you because all you do is talk trash about her. Either way, my mom was letting the two of you live in that house as a present from her for your wedding.
Huh? I didn't know anything about that either. I just assumed that Zach had bought this place with his own money.
My brother only just got his first job working full-time. So do you really think he'd have the ability to afford a place like that? I'm just saying that place is not yours to live in, and so my mom will have you kicked out of there very soon if you don't leave willingly. She had hopes of one day giving that place to you guys and having her name removed, but I don't think she will be doing that for either of you guys now.
She won't give us this house? Huh?
She's telling me that as long as you're with my brother, she's not even going to continue to help him with the loan.
Huh? Loan?
Like I said, my brother only just started his first full-time job, and so he doesn't have the income to get his own loan yet. So in order to help him have a house for the two of you, or I suppose 3 of you could live in, she got a loan and helps him pay it off with some of her wealth.
I didn't even know about that part. What does all of this mean then? Are you trying to say that he doesn't have the income right now to afford the place?
Well, like I've said, he's very fresh to this world of business and working. You really had no clue about anything regarding him, huh? Honestly, I'm sure you were told all of this before, but you didn't want to understand it, so you just ended up ignoring him, right?
If his mom ends up stopping the help with that loan, what'll happen to us?
Well, you both will no longer be able to pay it off in time, and things will begin to fall apart there, right? She really tried her best to give Zach everything as well. But it's all because of his own wife that your lives will fall apart.
Krista? This time was a little... Well, this time I was just a little confused about things, and I'm sorry if that hurts you in any way. But right now, I understand everything completely, all right? So can we get back to becoming a happy family together again, right?
Get back to?
Can you tell your mom that she's allowed to come back home to our house now? Actually, let her know that I'll be coming to her condo. I think I should get some things together now to spend the night there, right? I'm sure you're all fine now with me coming to that party, right?
Really? Nice joke, Betty. You almost had me believing all of that as well for a bit.
Huh? Why are you saying that?
It's a little too late for you to act all happy and upbeat about what's happened. Mom has already told us she no longer wants to have any ties to you. And I thought that was implied by everything I was telling you this whole time. There is no longer going to be a day where she wants to be in your company. Honestly, you'll never even be hearing from her again, Betty.
What? Hold on, okay? So, does this really mean I'm going to have to leave this house? If I get tossed out of here, I'll be in real trouble. And if she were to cause some kind of trouble for Zach, do you know what that might do to our marriage?
That's not something I care about. This is all because of the way you treated my mom, right? To break it to you in the most straight way possible, the way you've acted has made an enemy of my mom. And I had warned you of that sooner, right? I asked that you no longer talk poorly of my mom and maybe go chat with her about all your complaints.
Then you should have just told me about all of this instead of letting me continue.
Huh? I'm not your freaking parent.
But you could have at least told me she was loaded, and then none of this would have happened. I would have never said anything bad about her after that, and we could all be living our dreams right now.
The fact that you only change your attitude from good to bad based on someone else's money shows me that you're just the scummiest person on the planet. You think I want you to be around my mom when you're that kind of monster?
Krista, this is getting really bad. I'm getting call after call from Zach right now. Does he already know about what happened to your mom?
Well, he just arrived a couple of minutes ago and my mom explained everything to him. He became very, very red in the face and then stormed upstairs saying he'd give you a call.
You're lying, right? That means I'm completely screwed now.
Exactly. You always liked making everyone else have to deal with your crap. But it seems this time all that crap is coming for you. Well, that's all I have to say about things. You are done for, Betty. Now, I'd answer the next call from him if I were you. The woman that you kept calling a moneyless old bag? Well, that's going to be you in the next 10 years or so. You idiot! In the end, Zach found out all about the things that Betty had been up to and told her that he wanted a divorce. He also told her that his mom would have the house sold back to the bank and that they'd all be moving out, so she had no choice but to leave. Betty tried going to her mother-in-law about all of this and begged for forgiveness, but everyone in the family had had enough of her and ignored all her pleas. Betty ended up kicked out of the house by the bank and was not able to go back home to her parents, which cut ties to her, leaving her to live life on the road. Had she only been a bit nicer to those she knew little about, she'd be having the time of her life living with enough money to keep her entertained. Even Krista's mom was thinking so much about becoming close to her daughter-in-law that she was getting ready to give them one of her condos as a place to spend their time off. But that idea was quickly crushed by Betty being such a miserable person. I guess it's a good thing this all happened to my mom, because we learned far sooner that Betty was nothing more than a self-centered child deep inside, and that a condo wouldn't fit that kind of personality. Now, Betty is stuck working as a factory worker, breaking down tuna and canning them, all for minimum wage at around 60 hours per week. She does this from sunrise to sunset, all while thinking about how badly she screwed up by acting like a complete child to her in-laws. I'm sure it's really tough for her now, but this is what she deserves to help her realize to be nice to strangers. As for the rest of the family, they have all gone back to living their lives as normal. Krista is back at her place getting back to work and living her life as she always has, and Zach has gone back with his mom to her condo with all his and her things to live there for a while until he has enough money saved up for his own house. I feel bad that this all happened to Zach, really, as he didn't do anything wrong to deserve losing the gift that his mother gave him. But I'm sure that somewhere down the line she'll be willing to help him again with another gift.
Samantha, please give me some money. I'm all out of money right now. And look, my wedding is coming up, right? So right now I'm in need of all the money I can get. Huh? Angie, you need money from me again? I just gave you $1,000 a couple of days ago, right? What did you end up spending all of that on in such a short amount of time? Do you really need all this money right now? Come on! You're my sister-in-law, yet you're going to question me now? You should know that being a newly married couple means spending lots of money. I have to pay to go out and get all my beauty treatments and stuff like that. Well, I understand the need to spend some money after marriage, but you have a job right now, correct? So you should be making your own money, right? Asking me over and over for money is becoming a touch... What? You're my sister-in-law, and that's why I'm okay asking you all the time. And when you got married to my brother, it cost you a lot of money for the wedding, right? So you know that the wedding is costing me a lot of money now. That's not the problem, though, here. When I was getting married to your brother and having that wedding, I made sure to pay for everything myself. And when I did start to run low on funds, I went and started saving money by not spending much on food and electricity and so on. But with you, Angie, I'm not sure you're trying that hard to save your money. Are you wanting to say that I'm just splurging over here then? I just want to make sure that my wedding is the best wedding people have seen in a long time. And I'm worried that I might not make that happen. I have to look my best on that day, and I'm worried that what I'm doing is not enough. All right, I understand how you feel, but that's not the case with you right now. I'm talking about how most people will save up a lot of money for times like getting married and such. But you seem to be asking for money more than you are saving it. So, in other words, you're saying that you don't want to pay for the wedding? And that you don't like the idea of giving me money? I never meant it like that, Angie. I just want you to know that I'm not your purse. But the problem is that you have been asking me a whole lot recently to hand you money whenever you feel you're getting low on funds. What's wrong with you? I never meant to use you like a purse. You just happen to have a lot of money, right? You saved up a lot and are also bringing in large paychecks every month. So you should have the money to help a poor little girl like me out, right? Well, Angie, the reason that I save so much money and make a lot of it is because I want it in case of emergencies. It's not all for me to give away to you, okay? I think it's time you start thinking about saving money more often and continuously for your future that might have kids and things like that. That's what I'm doing with myself right now. I want to be able to retire early in my life, so I've been saving up a lot of money now for that. Are you serious? But you're already 30 years old right now, right? Don't tell me you're thinking of kids or anything like that still. Do you even have the strength at your age to carry a baby? I wouldn't say things like that if I were you. I have been saving up money my whole life, as well as made sure to find a good career where I bring in a decent amount of money from. And I plan to still think about things like kids as well now that I feel financially safe. And that's why right now I'm at that point where I might actually want to become a mother. Is that so? But if you give some of your money to younger people, you won't face any problems, right? Heck, you can give money to me like I'm your kid and I'll go ahead and have a baby for us. That is not what any of this is about. And another thing, Angie, what's going on with you? Recently, you've become a bit too forward with your thoughts and it's getting a bit out of hand. Is that what you think? Because I've been thinking the same thing about you, Samantha. Recently, you've become more of a selfish penny pincher around me. You have all that money, but you aren't willing to share it. Well, if you want money so badly, then why not get a side hustle? Then you can start to make even more money for yourself. Because I'm not going to be the one to keep handing you money left and right. I have to give up a lot of my time working to make money like I have been. Oh, please, I'm not the kind of person that does well with a job. I'm already planning to become a housewife the moment we have our wedding. So that's why I quit my job a little while back. Leaving that place to be a free woman, it felt so good to become my own person again. What? You already quit? Don't you think that was a bit too early on your part? And right now you still have a lot of time left before you guys get married, right? So you should be using the time you have now to work your hardest and save up a lot. Samantha, you really love to talk about money, don't you? Why, if one has time, should they have to use it to make and save money? In my case, I'm going to be getting a lot of money with this marriage, so I don't have to worry about wasting my time working when I can rely on others for money. You're talking about relying on me right now. Well, you're one person that I rely on, but my fiancé is expected to be making bank in a few years more. So I think this marriage will be the turning point for me where I can cut ties with working. I'll be able to do whatever I want with no boss looking over my shoulders. What? Is your fiancé okay with you doing something like that? Of course he is. He said as long as I do the chores, he's okay with it. Then why aren't you asking him to give you money now? There shouldn't be a reason for you to ask me anymore, right? Well, about that, he might think I'm trying to leech off of him. What? I haven't actually told him I quit my job yet. I plan to make him believe that I'm the perfect woman before the day we tie our knot. Right now, he thinks I'm working all the time and saving up, and the day we marry, I want him to think I quit my job just for him. What the heck? Are you sure it's okay to be doing all of that right before your marriage? If you keep that up, he might find out later and you'll be screwed. Hiding things from him just so that he'll keep loving you isn't right. Huh? What's up with you now? Are you getting jealous of me? Sucks to be you right now, huh? My brother has never had a lot of money, making you work all the time. But I guess that's on you for choosing to marry a man like him in the first place. I like to work a job, so it has nothing to do with him. If he was making more than me right now even, I still wouldn't quit my job. I'm not that into being a housewife. I like to think that the money you want to spend has to come from the work you've put in. Oh, so you're one of those people. Women like that end up getting cheated on by their husband at some point and have to deal with that in their old age as well as with all the health issues they get after. I think you'd better have a kid soon so that my brother doesn't leave you. I'm just going to assume you're saying that out of worry for me. But don't trouble yourself with that because we do have kids on our mind at the moment. You really try to be a strong woman. Well, whatever. You do what you want to do because it has nothing to do with me. But anyway, make sure to put another 1,000 in my bank account, okay? Well, I'll text you again the next time I need some money. Wait, Angie! I told you I'm finished giving you money. Stop asking me for money. Hey, Seth, can you do something about your little sister? She's come back to me again asking for more money. But I've had enough of her and said no this time.
What? She's at it again? I'm so sorry about her. She really has no clue what she's doing right now. I'll make sure to tell her again, but with a bit more seriousness this time.
But what's worse is that she's told me she quit her job. And that's her reason for asking me all the time for money now. Don't you find all of this a bit strange now? I am not her eternal ATM, okay?
What? She quit her job now too? I get that she wasn't making that much working there, and would come and ask me from time to time for money, but I think once she's married, all of this will be resolved.
I'm sorry, but that girl has gone on with all of this long enough, Seth. Remember when we took a small vacation together and let her stay at our place? We came back to our house being a mess and a lot of our things missing because of her.
I know that she has a lot of things wrong with her in her head. I just didn't think she would go this far.
It's because while we were out of the house, she saw my checkbook and saw how much money I was making. That's when she started asking me for money as well. But what I learned today is that her fiancé apparently has a lot of money as well. So I really hope that you're right about saying that after her marriage, this should all be resolved.
That's just a hope of mine, though. You don't have to give her any more money, okay?
Yeah, I'm sure it won't be. For a little while, I thought she was a nice person to deal with, but recently she's gone too far and I'm not having it. She really thinks that acting as rude as she has been is acceptable at her age for some reason.
I could see that. If we really have to, we can always cut ties with her after her wedding. Ah, and now that I think about it, I want to change the subject. Did you see we got a message saying that we are allowed to take out that loan on a new house?
What? Get out of here! I never saw any message about that. Perfect, now we can move out of this place.
Absolutely. And about moving into a new house, to avoid having Angie come over at all when we're away, let's just keep our address a secret from her. How does that sound?
Actually, I was thinking the same thing. Let's move out of here without telling anyone.
Alright. Well then, let's end our rental agreement on this place once our wedding is over. And then we can get out of here.
Alright, that sounds great. Samantha, can you make sure to bring me $30,000 as my wedding gift today? If you can make that happen, then I'll never ask you for any more money. I'll allow this payment to be your way of celebrating my big day. What are you talking about? $30,000 is not an amount anyone would give on your wedding day. But I'm your sister-in-law, and it's normal for you to want to give me a large amount, right? if you don't end up bringing me that $30,000, then I'm afraid you won't be allowed to attend my wedding. I'm telling you that the $30,000 is not only a gift for me, but an entrance fee as well now. And it would be terrible if the family saw that you never showed up to my wedding. They might think of you as a stingy and selfish sister who doesn't care about us. Oh, understood, Angie. So that's what you think of me being your sister-in-law? That's right. As long as you give me that last bit of that money, I'll no longer bug you anymore. I'll even consider you my real sister if you can give me that money. So I'm looking forward to that money getting to me. Then I'd like for you to pay me $60,000 for your wedding. Huh? What are you talking about? You haven't heard yet? I planned on paying for this whole wedding for you. I had worked for the group that put together this wedding before, and so I got a discount through them to give you this wedding. And I was totally fine doing that for you because I believed you were like a cute little sister to me. Huh? Wait. The ones paying for this wedding should be my parents and my brother, right? Well, at first, that's what they'd all been saying. But then things turned into only your brother and I having to pay. Because your parents were kind enough to pay for part of my wedding back in the day. I didn't want to make them pay for yet another wedding again, so I told them that just Seth and I would pay, half and half. Huh? Are you kidding me? If I'm to stay away from your wedding, though, I won't be able to get that discount for the wedding. And the full price will have to be paid. And after taking a look at the original cost, it'd be $60,000. And that would need to be paid by you. Well, good luck with that. You're lying. Wait, I never heard a thing about this. If I'd known that, I would have been a little nicer to you. You shouldn't have had to know about that to be nice to me, though. I've already given you a ton of money as it is. If you're not even going to be nice to me because of that, then I don't care about how you act with me now because I'm sick of you. If you really want to be nice to me now, give me back my money and pay for the wedding. All right, hold on a sec. And now that I think about it, it's all right for you to come to my wedding. I won't make you pay that $30,000 anymore now. I don't need it anyway, so just pay for the wedding and I'll be set. I'm not paying for it now. I don't have the money anymore to be paying for a rotten girl like you. You would never be able to pay for a wedding like the one I put together for you anyway, so at the very least, you should be saying thank you for that first. All right, I'm sorry. Just come to my wedding now and make sure to pay for it. No. I'm planning on explaining all of this to your family right now as well. And then I'll head back home and enjoy my day off work. And Seth is with me right now, and he says he'll be coming home with me as well. If you're going to do that, then I'll come to you right now. I'll come to your house and start screaming at the top of my lungs and make all sorts of noise to make you guys pay. If you don't want me to embarrass you guys in front of all your neighbors, then shut up about going home and come pay for my wedding. We've already moved into a new house, so the place you knew about isn't where we're living anymore. So you can go there and make all the noise you want, but you'll most likely be taken away by the police. Huh? What? That's definitely a lie, right? I'm not lying, Angie. I told you, I plan to go to the next phase of my life and hope to become a mother. So we've bought a house and we'll start to work on making babies and having a fun little family here. And since you'd be getting in the way of that, we're cutting ties with you. Wait, I get it now. I'll apologize to you for real now, so come back here. I really do not want my wedding to fall apart now. Well, for me, that's kind of what I want to happen to your wedding. And it's too late now to cry and scream about it. You really should have hidden those rotten intentions from me a little bit longer, right? But I think a rotten girl like you having her wedding fall apart around her and going to hell is a perfect ending. After that, Angie continued to cry to Samantha, asking her to pay for her wedding and everything. But Samantha made it clear she wasn't paying anymore and proceeded to block Angie's number. This then led to Angie's fiancé losing faith in his bride after the news spread, and the wedding was finally brought to an end. Angie ended up having to pay for all the cancellation fees for her wedding, and her getting to marry her fiancé was also long gone. Right now, it seems as though Angie is living the worst time of her life. But as someone who could never thank anyone for the money she constantly took from them, her having to go through this kind of hell is only natural.
I heard a rumor that you bought a new house. I can't wait to see what it looks like. When will be a good time for me to visit you and take a look? I'd love to have dinner, too. Will you prepare something for me? Excuse me? Did you forget that we cut ties with you? There's no way I'd invite you to our home. Your own son doesn't want to see you. Why would I make you dinner? What are you talking about? We're family. We became family when you married Owen. You shouldn't be so cold. I don't even understand why you both suddenly started saying that you don't want to have anything to do with me. And it's already been 2 years since we had that silly argument. So you should hurry up and get over it. If you keep on dragging that along, you'll never be able to get along with anybody, let alone me. The reason why we can't forgive you is because of your refusal to try and understand why we're so angry. I don't know what Owen said to you, but I still haven't forgiven you for what you did and how you upset my husband. Don't you even remember what happened 2 years ago before we told you to stay out of our lives? Oh, it was such a long time ago. You can't expect me to remember everything. I'm getting old and I make mistakes. You should be more open to forgiveness. If you keep on stressing about insignificant things like that, you'll get more wrinkles, you know. I say if you want to live life to the fullest, you've got to be more carefree. More importantly, it's incredibly rude of you to be so cold towards the woman that gave birth to your husband. You should respect the elderly. I don't know where you heard the news that we bought a new house, but I'm never inviting you to my home. As long as Owen and I can't forgive you, you're not welcome here. Don't worry, I don't need your invitation. It's easy enough to find out your address without you telling me where you're living right now. I'll be going to visit you this weekend. Huh? That's probably going to be more difficult than you think. It's ridiculous that you would try to cut ties with your own mother-in-law like that. There's something wrong with you. We're supposed to be family. I couldn't believe it when Owen said that he didn't want to have anything to do with me anymore. You changed him. Ever since you married him, you've been putting him against me. You've been pitting him against me. He never used to be this rebellious. You're the one that's got something wrong with you. You broke into our home and tried to steal our money. And that was just the last straw. We tried talking to you about your addiction and your debt, remember? But you never listened. Of course we had no choice but to cut ties with you. I had no choice. I needed the money. I was having some trouble back then, and that's what family's for. To help each other when someone is in trouble. And yet you were too selfish and announced that I wasn't welcome. You spent all of the money your husband left for you and your sons on visiting a male strip club. Part of it was money you owed to Owen. And we warned you about how much you were spending. You ended up in debt and tried to steal more of Owen's money to fund your daily visits to Magic Mike. How could anyone forgive you for acting like that? I don't care what you say. I want to see my baby boy, so I'm going to visit. You don't have any right to stop a mother from going to see her son. He was my son first. Just because you married him doesn't make you more important than me. Your son is the one that's saying he doesn't want to see you. I never did anything to convince him to make that decision. Your son is his own man. If you can't respect that, then we still have a problem. Say whatever you like. I don't believe you. You're getting in the way of my relationship with my son. I want to be with my son, so let me live with you. You can't be serious. You're the one that said that you were fine with living by yourself. It's better if things stay like that. You can live the way you want, and we can live our lives in peace. I want to live with you. You can't say no to me. I'm Owen's mother. If I say I want to live in your brand new home, you should let me. What's the problem? There are a lot of problems, including the things I mentioned just 2 minutes ago. There's no point in trying to hide your address from me. I know of plenty of ways to find out where you live. I'm sorry, but you're really starting to creep me out. You may be really excited about the idea of living with us, but we're not interested. We don't want to live with you. To be honest, I think it's impossible for you to even live with us. I don't think you can find us, and there's no way for you to get here financially. What are you talking about? We're family, and family should stick together. Even if you are Owen's mother, you've already made enough mistakes for us to not be able to trust you anymore. And you show no signs of reflecting on what you've done. Do you even have a passport? And the money to buy a ticket? Wait, that doesn't mean that you can come if you do have a passport. What on earth are you talking about? Anyways, I've tried messaging and calling Owen, but he won't answer. I want you to let him know that I'm coming. I don't want you putting any ideas in his head, so tell him exactly what I say. You have to inform him that if I can't live with him, I'm going to end up homeless. He won't be able to ignore his mother's pleas for help if he knows that. You're going to be homeless? What happened? No matter how much you beg, we're not going to help you. We've already offered more than enough help when we realized that we were spending too much money at the club. But you wouldn't listen to our advice and ended up taking out loans from the bank. We've cut ties with you and we don't want to get caught up again in your problems anymore, so don't message me ever again. Your mom keeps on messaging me, even though I keep on telling her that we can't do anything for her. You're telling her to stop as well, aren't you?
Of course I am. I keep on asking her not to contact me as well, but she's being impossible. She won't listen to anything I say. I'm not letting her live with us. It'll be like everything she's done up until now is okay, and she'll get it in her head that she can just do whatever she wants because we're her family, and take advantage of us. I can't let a thief live with us.
Yeah, you're right. She's your mom, but I don't feel comfortable letting her stay with us. It sounds like she's still having trouble with money and finding her own apartment, too. So it makes it harder to deny that she won't do the same thing she tried when we last let her stay. I wonder if she's been tricked by another young guy she met at the club. Do you think she'll be okay all alone?
I don't know, but I can't say that I care much. She's the reason why Dad struggled so much for the last few years of his life. And I've got my own family to take care of now. She's already had plenty of chances to listen to our advice and accept our help, but she wouldn't stop. It's none of our business what happens to her from now on. The last time we interfered, I ended up having to use our savings to pay back her debt for her. And we did that with the promise that she would never bother us again. It's not fair that she doesn't get to keep that promise, especially if she has no intention of apologizing or paying us back. It's not fair that she says that us cutting ties with her was your fault, as though she did nothing wrong.
Yeah, we were lucky to get this chance to move this far away. Now we're nowhere near her. She can't just turn up suddenly without any warning like she used to. It was already really scary. It'll be impossible for us to find us. And she doesn't have the means to get here, even if she did know.
My thoughts exactly. In the beginning I was worried about the move, but now I'm really glad I took the chance. I'm really grateful to you for coming with me too. If it weren't for you, I might not have had the guts to come here all by myself.
I think you made the right decision, and I'm glad we came here too. It's a completely different world, and I'm enjoying finding out about new things. And I love the food.
It means a lot to me that you're enjoying our life here. My mom won't be able to bother us for a while we're here, so there's a lot of other places I want to go with you. Let's make the most of our life here.
Of course I am. Even if she tries to message us again, I guess we can just ignore her. It seems like she's having a hard time, but if she's got nothing to do with us, then we don't have any reason to bother ourselves with her business. I just hope she can work out her problems and get her old life back. What time are you getting back from work? I've been waiting at home for you for hours. I haven't even had any lunch. I'm starving. Can't you hurry up and get home so you can make me something to eat? Excuse me? What do you mean you're waiting for me? Waiting where? Waiting at home. I finally found out where you and my son are living. What? No way, that's impossible. I'm at home right now and you're definitely not here. I know you're not at home, Abigail, because I'm right here. There's no point in lying to me. You shouldn't underestimate my investigation skills. I'm going to be a guest here for a while now, so you should treat me like one. Hurry up and come back and make me something to eat. There's nothing in the fridge, and I've already eaten the cookies that were in front of the TV. Seriously, would you listen to me for a minute? Where are you and how did you get in? I really don't understand what's going on. You really are dull. I don't know why I have to waste my time explaining every little thing to you. I told you, I found out your address and decided to come and pay you a visit. I'm watching TV, but I'm really hungry. When are you going to come home? You can't leave your husband's mother to starve, you know. I hope you're cooking properly, because my son deserves handmade dinners. Not the stuff you can put in the microwave. I checked your fridge and cupboards, but you don't have anything. You're a terrible wife if you can't even make a proper dinner for your husband. I'm in the kitchen right now, and I'm the only one home right now. You're really starting to creep me out, so would you cut this out? Don't be dramatic. I know that you're lying. I'm the only one that's in the house. There's no point in acting like you don't know where I am, because I know that this is your house. I tracked you down. Are you still working? Even after I told you so many times that you need to resign. You're a wife now, so you need to focus on supporting your husband's career, not going out and making your own. You really are the worst daughter-in-law. You won't even come welcome your guests like a proper housewife should. What? Are you being serious? You can try running away from me all you like, but you can't escape. It's too easy for me to find out your address. Now that I've found you, you'll have no choice but to let me live with you and Owen. I broke a window to get inside, but you'll have to forgive that, since I don't have a key yet. We're living in France. What? You broke a window to get into someone's house? That's called trespassing, Lisa. It's a crime. Even if that was our house, it would still be considered a crime. You don't have a key to our house because you're not welcome. Do you understand that? You're not welcome in the house you've just broken into as well. What have you done, Lisa? Are you going to be okay after doing something stupid like that? I'm sorry, that was a stupid question. You're not okay. You're a criminal. What have you done? You're lying, aren't you? What do you mean you're living in France? There's no point trying to scare me out of this house. There's no way Owen would move that far away without saying anything to me. He would have told me and checked if I was okay with it. Well, we did. Owen was offered a position in the European branch of his company and we accepted. We just had a baby, so we decided it was time to move out of our apartment and find a home. After spending a year here, we chose to live here for a little while longer. We won't be coming back to the States for a while. What? You're kidding, right? This is your home. I'm waiting right here. I don't understand. If this really isn't your house, then who's living here? How should I know? I don't know why you thought you managed to track us down, but we're living in France. That house isn't ours. And it and its inhabitants have nothing to do with us. You're in a complete stranger's home. But I checked the nameplate and the last name was the exact same. And I asked around the neighbors about the person living here and they all said your name. How can you all be mistaken? I don't understand. I thought my plan was perfect. So the person who lives there happens to have the same name as me? I'm sure that there are a lot of people named Abigail Smith. It's an incredible coincidence, but that's not our house. If you say that you're in France, then I'd be a little more worried that you actually came all this way to chase us down, but now that I know that you can't afford a plane ticket here... What? You're really living in France? Not in a house close by your old place? I'm in your old neighborhood right now. I found this address by asking the neighbors about everyone in the new area. And this was the address they told me. Is this really a coincidence? No, I don't trust you. I still think that you're lying about living in France. It's impossible. How could someone with the same name move into the same neighborhood? It looks like it really is possible. It really is a small world, I guess. If you check with the neighbors and they all say the same thing and same name and surname, that's the only explanation. But you really do crazy things. I'm really glad we were able to get away from you before we had the baby. It would be terrifying if something like that happened to us. If you really broke a window to get in, you're going to be getting arrested. You committed a crime. Can't believe you actually went so far. Or did you do it on purpose because you knew that you would have food and shelter once you were in prison? Even if you lose your freedom, you can eat after all. Of course not. I'm not going to get arrested. I know that you're lying just to scare me away. Once Owen gets home, he won't let you kick me out. He won't report me to the police for breaking a window. I'm his mother. The police aren't going to touch me. I know what you're up to, Abigail, but you can't keep me away from my son. That's all a story you made up, Lisa. I really am in France with Owen. There's no point calling the police on me either. Owen's my only next of kin. He'll be there for me if the police even arrest me. Even if you kick me out or have the police arrest me for breaking that window, you and my son will have to take responsibility for me anyway. Why don't you just give up already? I'm your mother-in-law. All I want is for us to live together as one big happy family. Especially if I have a grandson or granddaughter, I want to meet them. I'm not trying to chase you away. I'm telling you the truth, Lisa. That house that you broke into isn't our home. It really belongs to someone who has the exact same name as me. You're the one that needs to give up on trying to live with us and give yourself up to the police. You had just happened to find the door open. You might have still been able to explain and tell the people that live there that you made a mistake and thought that was someone else's home and avoided being arrested. Maybe by the skin of your teeth. But if you broke a window and forced entry, there's no way they're gonna excuse you. You're really not lying. This really isn't your house? Then who's living here? Someone's coming home! I hope you can explain yourself, but it's unlikely that they'll be willing to listen to a stranger who's sitting on their couch watching TV like they own the place. But it's got nothing to do with us anyway. You've got to help me! Where are you? You've got to come and help me! Help me right now! You need to explain everything to the police for me! Abigail, are you reading this? Help me! We're in France. Can't help you, so you'll have to deal with your problems by yourself. You're really in France? Why? Why would you move so far away? I'm guessing that the owner of the house came home and found that you were trying to run away. Did you explain why you were there? That's right. She thinks that I'm a thief, even though I haven't taken anything. Apparently the neighbors let her know that someone was inside her house and they called the police on me. Can you believe it? They're treating me like a common thief. I was about to be arrested by the police, but I was too fast for them. Honestly, the nerve of some people. I just thought that my son lived there, that's all. Hang on, so you haven't been arrested? You ran away from the police? I had no choice. They were acting as though I was the criminal. I told them that it wasn't my fault that the window was broken, but they wouldn't listen. I don't care if it's you or Owen, but one of you has to come and explain everything. It's not fair. I didn't know that it was someone else's home. If you don't come, I'll end up being arrested. They're going to make me a criminal. That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. I haven't even done anything to deserve that. Excuse me? But you did do something. You broke a window to get into someone's home without their permission. On top of that, they're a stranger, and your excuse is that you thought it would be okay if it was your son's house? Wait, didn't you say that you were eating their cookies? You've caused nothing but trouble for them. Of course they'd want to report you to the police. But I really did think that it was your house. It's not my fault. I didn't do anything wrong. That's what a criminal says. And that's the worst thing that you could say to the victim. If you had been more apologetic and, hadn't broken their window, I'm sure they would have been more forgiving too. Do you really think that you can avoid punishment after all of this? You should know that neither me nor Owen are going to help you. We've had enough of cleaning up after you. You'll have to deal with this yourself and learn how to accept responsibility for your own mistakes. Why won't Owen answer any of my messages? Even though I'm in so much trouble. You told him to ignore me, didn't you? I can't believe he won't even try to save his own mother. He's useless. It's all your fault. They never would have happened if you hadn't married my son. Everything's changed since you came into his life. You're a terrible daughter-in-law. You made him abandon me. He didn't abandon you because of me. He decided to abandon you because of you. What did you say? You were so selfish that you caused trouble not only for your late husband, but for your own 2 sons. You showed them that you can't be trusted and lost their respect when you didn't respect their boundaries. You only ever come to see Owen when you need something, and it's obvious that you don't care about what's convenient for either of them. I'm a complete stranger, so I'm willing to talk with you, but the only reason that you can't get through to Owen is because he's already had enough of how self-centered you are. He blocked you. He's blocked me? So he hasn't even seen any of my messages. He doesn't care about what happens to his own mother. You can't blame him. Owen's already decided that it's best to pretend that you never existed, so I don't think that you'll ever be able to reconcile with him. Don't say that. You can talk to him and tell him that I didn't mean to cause him trouble. We're family. We're supposed to stick together. His dad would be so disappointed if he saw that Owen is ignoring me. Please, do something. You're not my mother, so I don't have any obligation to listen to what you say, and I wouldn't use Owen's dad as a way to guilt trip him. You'll only make things worse. Anyway, we're complete strangers now, so you'll have to deal with the police all by yourself. You can try explaining to them that you haven't done anything wrong. If they're willing to listen, that is. Even after being told off by her daughter-in-law, Lisa didn't stop messaging Abigail and Owen for help, and she ended up pushing Abigail to her limit as well. Abigail had no choice but to make it clear that they had cut ties and that she didn't care about what happened to Lisa, ending the conversation by blocking Lisa completely. Lisa was caught soon after by the police and arrested for trespassing. She had tried to argue that she was only searching for her son's house when the police had questioned her. As a result of their investigations, they found out that she was in debt and had had her home taken from her by the loan sharks that she had borrowed money from, and that she wasn't lying about looking for her son, but it didn't change the fact that she had broken a window in order to enter a stranger's home. The verdict reached in court was that she was guilty as charged, and she had to accept the punishment dealt to her. Apparently, she had begged for them to listen to her, but all of her pleas and excuses had fallen on deaf ears. She only had herself to blame, so we can only hope that she'll come to realize the wrongs she committed and will return to society as a new person. Abigail and her husband were reminded of how lucky they were to have been given the chance to move abroad, and were relieved that they would never have to deal with Lisa ever again.
Mara, what are you doing? Why did you think it was such a good idea to punch someone like me in that way? All I was doing was coming over to your place for the first time with Adam to see you face to face and talk to you about us getting married. Why? You're asking me why I'd do something like that to you? Oh, that's because someone, I mean you, was trespassing in my house behind my son, so of course I had every right using violence against you. I have no husband to protect me anymore, so I had to fend for myself and make sure you weren't going to cause any problems. Also, I want you to stop talking to me like I'm someone you know, all right? Even having to think of you as being someone who's a part of my family makes me feel sick to my stomach. So, Mara, are you really that opposed to me getting married to your son, Adam? When we talked over the phone before, you never acted like you hated me in any way or that you were upset about me being with him. You know for a fact that I oppose it now. Back then when we talked, I didn't know enough about you, but now? Who would ever want their son to marry a used-up whore? So you're not happy about the fact that this will be my second time getting married then? Yes. I'm sure that this time will be the same as the last. You'll become bored of Adam and leave him just like your last husband to go and find someone new to be your husband, right? After all, you are the type of whore that can never last with a single man and must always go out to find yourself a new one. That wasn't the reason for me having to leave my last husband, though. So how about instead of punching someone first, you listen to what they have to say to you about the person they are? I'm not going to waste my time listening to whatever useless spiel you have saved up to try and fool me. I already learned everything I needed to know about you. And that is that you are a woman loaded with problems that I will not let my son be exposed to. I'm sure you're the one responsible for your husband having to leave you last time, right? Why do you feel as though you already know everything about me already? I am a pro at judging other women and their life stories just by looking at them. And also, when it comes to you, you're not even working a proper job, right? No, I'm working a proper job. I just don't have to leave my house if I don't want to work. You must know that my son is in the middle of finding himself a job, right? Are you working a job right now that'll allow you to take care of him while he's out searching for a new job? As of right now, I'm the one supporting the two of us. I know that. And you're only doing that because my son is putting his best foot forward in finding the perfect job for himself. Do you think that because you're the only one with a job right now that you are better than Adam? No, I don't think that at all about myself. I find it pretty rare that a son's mother would be totally fine with his wife supporting him. Well, we're not going to talk any further about something like that. I'm not actually okay with you supporting him as his wife, and I don't want you married to him at all. I will never let my son be with a woman who's already used up and has nothing left to give. If me punching you has opened your eyes to that fact, then never come around me and my family ever again, you whore! You're not regretting your actions at all, are you? You think I'd regret punching you? I found it quite pleasing hitting a used-up hag like you.
Hey, Liz, can you please stop getting so worked up over what happened? My mom has always been that kind of woman. So, you know...
You're asking me not to be worked up over something as serious as what happened? What the hell do you mean she's just that kind of person, Adam? I was punched by your mom. Are you telling me she acts like that towards all kind of people then? Not just me?
That's not what I meant! And no, I get that she hit you. I totally get that it probably hurt a bit. But, well, you wouldn't want to ruin things between us, would you? So please, just forgive her for what she did to you. I'm sure it'll never happen again. And that she'll get used to me being with you very soon.
Why am I supposed to be the one forgiving her for something like that when she's going to do that again at any time? I was the one that got assaulted by that woman. Are you not worried at all about how I feel right now?
What? No! Of course I'm really worried about you, Liz! I'm also sure that you are very shocked by what happened. So I wanted to come and calm you down a little. I'm not asking you to let her get away with something like that, alright?
This isn't even about me being shocked by what she did, though. This is about how she wouldn't even give me a chance by listening to what I had to say and just resorted to violence right off the bat. I feel I might have to tell the police about what happened between her and I.
Why do you think you need to do something as unnecessary as that? Telling the police? I don't think that'll help our situation any. I think you're just taking things a little too far by doing that. You're not actually gonna talk to the police about what my mom did, right?
You think that would be me taking this way too far? What the heck are you even going on about, Adam? I was just punched by your mother when I came into her house with you. And you're going to say that wasn't her taking things way too far? Adam, are you actually on your mom's side in all of this? Because that's really what you're making this look like right now.
I'm not on anyone's side right now, Liz. But...
Hold up, you should be on my side right now, Adam. You saw me get punched by your mom for no reason at all. Also, right now, your mom thinks that I'm some kind of used-up whore for some reason. Why did you not step in and try to clear things up with her about that?
What? Well, hold on, Liz. She's not wrong when she says that.
You don't think her calling me a whore is wrong? What the actual frick, Adam?
Well, you have been with another man before me, right? I forgot what the reason was for you and your ex getting a divorce and all, but...
Is that right? I am completely shocked right now. What you just said to me? I think I'm going to have to call this marriage thing with you off, Adam. You don't even seem to know a thing about me still, and we've been together for years now.
Huh? What? Call our marriage off? You'd never do that to me, right? Hold your horses now, Liz. Why do you think you have to end things with me right now? I understand that I might not be the best pillar of support for you at times, but even still...
I'm sorry, but this just isn't going to work for me anymore. The way you think of me, it's just not something I'm going to accept from someone who I'd make my husband. I'm going to go talk to the police about what your mom did, and then I'm going to throw away the marriage forms we had filled out.
Why? Why are you going to do that?
I can see that you're only thinking about yourself right now, and I'm not having any of that. I'm sure you don't see things that way, but it's the truth.
But even if we're not going to be engaged to one another anymore, you still love me as your boyfriend, right? You just want to see how things will pan out for a little bit here. And you'll still be my girlfriend, right?
Nope. You and I are breaking up.
Huh? Wait a second, Liz. I'm not gonna allow you to leave me like that. Why do you think you have to break up with me?
Because you are a self-centered loser who doesn't care about how I feel anymore. I'm sure the only reason you still even want to be with me now is because without me, you'd never be able to join my company, right?
No, it's not just that.
I already get it now. I get what you and your mom are about, and I'm not sticking around for it. Goodbye forever now.
Hold on for just a second.
Mara, I'm no longer going to be getting married to Adam now. I just thought it'd be kind of me to let you know that this is the way things have ended up. Great! Hearing from you that you're going to do that makes me very happy. I don't have to worry myself too much anymore thinking about how a whore like you could have been a part of my family. So now, be aware that you are never allowed anywhere near my family ever again. And of course, that also means no more meeting with Adam anymore, all right? All right. Since even you're asking that from me now, then I'm definitely not ever going to go around Adam again. And if you try to get Adam to do anything to me, I'll make you pay for it. He is a kind man, after all, and if he was to side with you after this, I'd have a really hard choice to make. Of course, I'm not going to do anything to get him to go against you. I'm not going to even talk to Adam anymore. I will hold true to my promise that he and I are through, and I will not be talking with any of you anymore. It's great to see that a whore like you at least has somewhat of a head on your shoulders. I'm happy to see that. But Liz, do remember that I really hate women that don't know how to treat their man right. When it comes to me, before my husband passed away, I spent every second of my life devoting myself to him and only him. So seeing someone like you who finds it fun to sleep around with all kinds of men and move from one to another looking for marriage as a totally disgusting thing. Why are you starting to say that I sleep around with other men now as well? You happen to be divorced by your last husband, so I'm aware of what the reason for that was for. He divorced you because you were sleeping with other men, right? And so I'm never going to let my important little man be in the arms of someone as unfaithful as you. You don't have to worry yourself with me anymore. I was never planning on marrying Adam for what little money he has or anything like that anyway. Now just remember, Mara, that after this, even if you try once to sway me back into marrying Adam, it's not happening. And you're not going to regret me not wanting to marry him anymore, right? Why do you think I'd ever regret him not ending up with you? I'm so happy to see you leaving that I might be grinning for days. From here on out, I'm going to help him find a proper woman to be married to. Someone who's never been married before and is willing to give everything for Adam. Is that right? Well then, good luck finding a woman for him like that. Goodbye forever, you disgusting loser.
Mom, this is all your fault, Mom. Why did you end up having to punch Liz like that?
I'm so sorry, Adam. That was a complete shock for all of us. But listen, Adam, I did all that for the sake of protecting you, all right? I know for a fact that there are better women in this world who are a lot better for you.
All you did was cause bigger problems for me. It's all because of you, Mom, that my future is ruined.
Adam? Did you really want to marry her that badly that you blame me for something like that? That whore was not right for you. You are supposed to be married to a much more faithful and gorgeous-looking woman. And before we go looking for a woman like that, we need to get you a job. Let me ask some of my friends for you about jobs in town.
There were plans for me to be hired into the company that Liz owns.
Huh? Liz has her own company?
Yes. Liz is the CEO of her own company. And it's not just any old company, but one that's been on TV plenty of times now because it's so famous. Right now, her company is making huge profits every year, and at the rate it's going, it'll be one of the largest and most well-known companies of all time.
What? That woman? That woman has a company like that?
How hard do you think I've been trying to make things work with her in order to get myself a job within that company? She's a beautiful woman, and has been on tons of magazines and in all kinds of shows on TV. I was finally going to be able to marry a woman like her, and then be hired into that company of hers. Then I would have never had to worry or complain about life again.
I'm sorry, Adam. I didn't know anything about all of that at the time.
And also, Mom, I have a feeling that you're getting pretty close to using all of Dad's money up by now, right? Had I been able to get into that company of Liz's, I would have been able to send you money each month. Well, now you've gone and ruined both our lives.
Had I known about all of this, I would have never yelled at her or hit her. Why did you never tell your mom about the fact that she owns a really outstanding company or that she was going to hire you?
You think I could tell you that she'd be the one getting me a job?
Hey now, I wouldn't have thought anything of that, Adam.
Well, for right now, all of this is your fault, and I don't think it'll ever not be your fault. Liz has also said that she's going to tell the police about what you did to her. She has a lot of lawyers under her already, ready to help her. So I advise you to get ready for that.
Hey, who are you sided with right now, Adam? To me, it seems you care about her more than your own mother.
I'm on nobody's side right now, Mom. I was really trying to help you by telling Liz not to worry so much about you. But what you did last time was taking things too far, and that's why this is all happening to us. Not only has she broken up with me, but she's also having me leave her penthouse now. I don't have a home anymore, Mom, all because you couldn't control your childish behavior.
Well, you can always come back and live here with me. How does that sound to you? You can come back to your mama and we can both live together again, like old times.
Are you freaking joking, Mom? You think me coming back to you is going to change anything? I know that you don't even care about what I want. Because no matter who I get married to, you'll feel lonely because I'll have my own woman and get jealous again.
I don't ever feel lonely and jealous. I really just want for you to be happy, Adam.
You liar! All you've done so far is ruin any chance of happiness I was ever going to have. I don't want to even talk with you anymore. Mom, I'm cutting all ties with you.
You do that to me? Wait a second, Adam.
Don't you ever try calling or texting me again, all right?
Hey, Liz, I really messed up a lot this time. I never even knew that you had yourself your own company, and a very respectable one at that. So I'm asking you, please get married to Adam for me. Nope, it's not happening. Why not? I'm trying to apologize to you right now after what happened. You can go ahead and tell the police about everything I did to you, all right? That's totally fine. But I'll only let you do that if you go ahead and marry Adam. Please. You must have heard all about this from Adam, then. That because of you, we are no longer getting married and he's upset about it? That boy is a jerk for yelling at me like that. Adam is supposed to be a perfect little man to his mother. Well, if he's such a perfect little man to his mother, then he should also be able to find another woman to marry him, right? Wouldn't it be just embarrassing for him to have to marry a used-up whore like me when he's so amazing? I've come to learn that Adam is the only one meant for you, Liz. If he's not able to marry you in the end, then he's really going to go ahead with cutting ties to me. So please, Liz, please just get married to Adam for me like you always wanted. Just a few hours ago, you had sworn to me something, right? That no matter what happened after we talked, I wouldn't be marrying Adam and you wouldn't regret it, right? Wait, you can go ahead and forget about all that. You want to go back on something we swore? Mara, you called me a used-up whore because I ended up getting a divorce from the last man I married. Yet now, after all the crap you'd done and said to me, you want to go back on all you said just to make sure you're not the one coming out on the bottom? No? I'm going to follow through with what I swore on. I mean, I'm a good person after all, so I don't mind never having to think about marrying him again. And just as you've been told by Adam, I'm going to tell the police about you hitting me. I believe now is the best time of all times to start looking for a lawyer who can help you reduce the settlement you'll have to pay me. Why is everything all falling in around me? Well, the reason for that is simple. You judged my character way too soon before giving me a chance and then punched me for it. I did not judge you too soon, Liz, and there are plenty of reasons as for why I thought you were a total waste for him. I mean, you were the one that cheated on your last husband, and that's why he divorced you, right? That's a fact. I had every right to not want my son marrying someone who thought it was okay to cheat when they were married. I have never once in my life cheated on my partner. Then why did he divorce you? It's always been the woman at fault when there's a divorce at stake. To tell you the truth, we never even got a divorce the way you might think. Huh? Then you're telling me that even now you have relations with your ex? You are a whore! No matter how you think of it now, you are the most disgusting woman on this planet. One might even call you a witch for that. My husband passed away 5 years ago due to unfortunate causes. Huh? I never ever cheated on him, nor did he and I ever get a divorce. We both loved one another to the very end, and I still love him to this day. He was not only my husband either, as he helped me with my company a ton, and I thought of him as one of my best business partners. Is that so? Well, I never knew about that. I know that, Mara. And neither did Adam know a thing about that. And that's why the two of you just assumed I had gotten a divorce or something back then. Adam never would listen to the whole story I'd tell him, as he'd always nod off halfway through. And in your case, you never even gave me the chance to tell you. But listen, Liz, I'm on your side now, right? I myself had my husband pass away a little while ago, so I completely sympathize with how you feel right now. I promise that whatever I had said to you before, I take it back and never speak of it again. I don't care about that. The fact that you treated me like total crap and even went as far as hitting me over not liking who you thought I was will never go away. I'm going through with what I told both of you, and that's telling the police about you and breaking up with Adam. Hey now, please! I really did some bad things to you, Liz, but I've learned my lesson now and will never judge you like that again. And you should be learning your lesson after something like this. Are you really never going to find a way to forgive me and let this all go? At this point, it's not about me forgiving you or not forgiving you. You did something you were not supposed to do, no matter the situation, and I'm afraid you might do it again someday. Well, do you even have evidence of me punching you like you said? Excuse me? I'm asking if you even have any evidence of me hitting you like you keep saying I did. No, wait. Repeat that one more time for me, Mara. You said you're going to tell the police about this, right? But I've never once punched you at any point in my life. Mara, is this your attempt at trying to run away from things then? Well, I guess I can't do anything to stop you. I mean, your son is going to pay for this all just as much as you, but you're still only thinking about yourself in the end? I'm asking you to show me what evidence you have of me ever punching you at any time. You must have something, right? You don't? Well, then perhaps it's time you stopped trying to threaten me with such BS. Dang, you really got me this time, Mara. I'm going to assume you saying you learned your lesson was all just a lie to try and save your own skin? Oh, I have learned my lesson, Liz. I should have listened to you a bit more to learn that your husband is in fact dead and you never cheated on him. But I'm not going to sit here and feel sorry over something I never did to you. Well, Mara, when you have to show up to the courtroom and you still act like a smartass, you'll find that there will be nobody there who is willing to listen to your crap. Is that really what you want to do? You really want to keep acting that way, only increasing the amount of repercussions there will be for yourself? The only problem that's occurring right now is you trying to sue me for something I never did. I want you to send me, right now, the evidence you have of me punching you. All right then, take a look at this video for me. Wait a second, what is that? You were taking a video of that? Actually, my company specializes in selling security and recording goods used for people that want to avoid being falsely accused of anything in the future, or to help them win court cases. And a lot of the things we make happen to be accessories that have small cameras and microphones in them for instances like these. We also dabble in drive recorders and things like that for cars, but our specialty are things much more personal. What? I have footage of you verbally assaulting me at first, all the way to you physically assaulting me. And I also have the audio from that, so everyone in the courtroom will be able to witness it all unfold. But hold on, you said you never laid a finger on me, right? No, this is all made up. This is all fake. Go ahead and claim that, but just know your last effort to try and get away has failed. Isn't this camera amazing? I'd love for you to buy one yourself and give it a try sometime. What is wrong with you? Well then, Mara, I'll be seeing you in court the next time we speak. And I'm now raising the amount I'll ask for in the settlement after what you just tried pulling there. Why? Why are you doing this? I really hope that after the court case, you learn a valuable lesson. Please and thank you. Well, this was all a bunch of fun, right? You almost had me in the first half there, but that punch and your mama's boy son really sealed the deal in making me hate the both of you. That was a close one. Hey, I really am sorry for what happened. I understand that it's really hard to go through life after losing your loved one like that. That's why I always hate hearing these stories about other people leaving the people they thought they loved because one of them cheated. Why do they get to keep their partners and take them for granted, but not us, right? I almost sort of understand what you mean there, but that's not a good enough reason for calling me such horrible things and then punching me. You know that, right? No matter how much you try and get me to feel bad for you or apologize to me, I'm not going to forgive you. Is there really no way for me to show you that I'm really sorry? I'm asking you to please listen to me. If you let me talk about myself a little more, I'm sure you'll understand how I was feeling then. Stop it with all that sobbing, would you? I don't care to listen to your useless sob story and waste all my time. After that, I went ahead and blocked Mara's number and everything. Adam tried relentlessly to get me to rethink what I was doing, but I cannot trust him anymore as the person he is, and so I totally ignored him. I kicked Adam out of my penthouse, and then I myself moved out of there into a smaller home more fit for a single woman like me. A little while after that, there was a court case against Mara, and like I said to her, it was all an easy win for me. She really tried her hardest to use the fact that her husband had died as a way to make her look as though the stress that caused her to hit me was not her fault, but nobody bought that. And it didn't help that I showed the jury screenshots of what she had said to me about having not even punched me in the first place, which only helped dig her an even deeper hole to end up in. By the time she realized that everyone in the courtroom had heard enough of her sob story and BS, she sat down and all the life in her face just drained away. I was able to get a lot of money from her in the settlement, and we'll be waiting for that money to come to me. Adam has totally cut ties to his mom now, and whenever she tries to get a hold of him or go out to find him, he never responds to her. There are even rumors going around now that Mara is so lonely not having anyone around her anymore that she'll try stalking Adam to see where he goes next. When it comes to what Adam is doing now, he still was never able to find himself a job, and so he was forced to leave town and start working out in the countryside. With the loss of everyone she thought was close to her, and with most of her husband's money being used up now, I really wonder what Mara's doing with herself now. As for what's happened to myself, I've become a little turned away from the thought of marriage and have now been putting a lot of my time into the work I do within my company. Even now, my company is making bank, and I'm working to only expand the company even more for the sake of ramping up production. And until I find myself another man who I think is actually worthy of my time, I'm going to keep treating my work as though it's my partner. And I'll keep doing this all with the thought of my deceased husband being right beside me. Ugh, I am just beat. I can't believe that it took me until this early in the morning to finally finish with my day at work. Anyways, once I wrap up with everything here, I am finally going to be going home to you.
Oh, hey, Julia. I think this is probably the latest I've ever seen you get off work. In fact, I feel like lately, all you've been working is the graveyard shift these days, right? Or rather, maybe I should just come out and say what I really mean. I know that you're having an affair with me. You're cheating on me, Julia.
Ryan, I couldn't even cheat on you if I wanted to. I just don't have the time with how busy work is always keeping me. But, I do really wish that I could count on you for just a little bit of help now and then, to be honest.
What are you talking about? You really think that I would ever want to give help to the person I know is cheating on me? Why would you even bother asking that?
For the last time, I am not cheating on you, Ryan. Honestly, you're being ridiculous. Do you know that? But I would like some help because I'm wondering if you have any idea the state of our business? Because I feel like if you had any idea at all about how things really were, you would understand how impossible it is for me to cheat on you. I'm just too busy. I literally only go to and from the house and office. That's why I would like just a little more help from you, Ryan. Please, I know for a fact that I'm really not asking for much, but you need to be doing at least the bare minimum around here.
No, I'm not gonna do anything. I refuse to help a no-good cheater like you.
Ryan, do you really not care at all what happens to our business? I mean, don't you care about the future of all this hard work that we've put in? Doesn't it worry you when I say that our business could seriously be in trouble?
Oh, please. You don't know what you're talking about at all. I know for a fact that our business is doing just fine. You're going to have to think of a better excuse to try and convince me that you're not cheating. But anyways, since we're already on the topic of the business and money and all of that, I want you to give me a bit more money to spend this month.
Wait, what? Are you serious, Ryan? Do you really need more money? I feel like I just handed you your monthly allowance. Are you telling me that you really spent all of the money that I gave you that was meant to last you the entire month?
I didn't ask for your input on how I get to spend my money. Thank you very much. So why don't you just shut up and give me more when I say I need it? Honestly, just who do you think you even are talking to your husband this way? Don't you know a woman's place in the house is just to do whatever her husband says to her? If you dare try and backtalk me like that ever again, I could tell you that there will be consequences. I already know that you're cheating on me, so don't think that I'm afraid to divorce you.
Are you kidding me? Did you seriously just threaten to divorce me if I don't pay you more money every month? Just who do you think you are?
You can complain about it all you want, but nothing is going to make me budge on this. You should know that I've been waiting for this for a long time. I've kept signed divorce papers in my desk for the day that I finally caught you cheating on me. And now, I finally get to hold them over you.
Ryan, have you ever been reading a single word that I've been sending you? I am telling you that I am not cheating on you, okay? Now can you please stop all of this nonsense?
Oh, please. You really think that I'm going to believe that when you've been working through the night for weeks now? You can't really think that I'd ever believe a single word that you have to tell me, right?
You know, that really is rich coming from you, Ryan. You're the one that's always leaving me all alone at the house on weekends. You're hardly ever here when I'm around.
Well, it's not my fault that you're bad at matching up your life rhythm with mine, but I'm not going to adjust my schedule to match some cheating hussies.
You are just terrible. Do you know that? I mean, I am trying to explain to you that I am working hard to make sure that we don't go under, but you refuse to listen and just keep accusing me of cheating on you. But you know what? Fine. If this is the way that you really want to end things between us, then so be it. Why don't you take out those divorce papers and leave them on the table for when I get home?
You mean you're really finally going to divorce me? Oh wow, this is so great. Thank you so much. Hey there, Julia. It's been a while since we last spoke, hasn't it? How have you been? How are things with you?
Wait a second. Is this Ryan? Are you seriously texting me out of the blue like this?
Oh, come on. I know that I left you 3 years ago, but I really hope that you're not still all pissy about it. I would have thought that you'd have done a little bit more thinking about what you did wrong. But I want you to know that I'm finally ready to forgive you for all that you've done, and I'm ready to get back together with you. So why don't you bring me those divorce papers of yours?
I seriously have no idea what you're talking about at all. How can you take me back when we're already divorced? What are you even saying?
I'm telling you that I'm going to kick you to the curb and leave you all over again. So how about you just be a good woman and say the only thing you should be saying to men? Yes.
Right. Well, I'm not really sure what this is all about, but if you want to get back together with me, I guess I'll have to check and see if it's okay with my husband.
Wait, what? What are you talking about? What do you mean that you'll have to check if you can get back together with me with your husband?
Well, after you and I got divorced 3 years ago, I met someone and married him, so I have a husband now.
Yeah, right. You really think I'm going to fall for that one? There isn't a man alive who would want to ever marry someone like you. Unless, I think I see what's happened here. You were in so much shock that I left you, that you made up someone in your head that you now believe that you're married to. Wow. Well, that really is just sad. Did you know that?
Ryan, you seriously don't even know what you're talking about. In fact, you never know what you're talking about at all. But if you really want to know, the man that I remarried was on our company's management team.
Wait a second. Was he that guy that we went to go check out that hotel with that one time? I think I remember him. His name was Max, wasn't it? I even remember him giving me his business card when we first all met those years ago.
Well, then I guess that means you know he's a real person and you can quit calling me a liar then.
But I remember that after that, we put all our eggs into the hotel basket, right? So does that mean that you two are still running that place? Because I've driven by it a few times, and it seriously looks like a rundown piece of crap. I bet that your husband Max probably has to work as a bellboy, because your whole hotel is about to fall into bankruptcy any day now.
I would appreciate it if you kept your opinions on my hotel business and my husband to yourself, Ryan.
But I'm only telling the truth. I mean, nothing I'm saying about this is wrong at all, you know? So, how about you take my advice and ditch a loser like Max? Instead, you can get back together with me, and we can go back to being husband and wife. Think it over. I'm sure that you'll make the right decision in the end. And let me know once you're ready for a real man again.
Hey there, Max. I'm really sorry to bother you while I know that you're busy working, but I just wanted to make sure that you were okay.
Oh, hey there, honey. Yeah, I'm doing okay. Thanks for asking. I'm actually pretty free right now, so we could talk if you needed something.
Well, the thing is that I actually just got a message from my ex-husband not that long ago.
Wait a second. Are you talking about the man who accused you of cheating on him while the hotel business was looking really shaky? He really messaged you? That's crazy. Why would he bother doing that after all this time? Did he say at all what he wanted with you? Why did he even bother reaching out like that?
Well, he actually texted me because he wanted to ask me if I wanted to get back together with him. Can you believe that?
Hold on a second. You mean that after accusing you of cheating on him, leaving you while your business was in trouble, and disappearing for 3 years, came back out of the blue to ask you to take him back?
Yeah, that pretty much sums it all up quite well. But of course, I really don't want anything to do with him now. But I just thought that I should let you know that it happened. It's actually been on my mind, worrying me a lot since we talked. I mean, I just don't know why he would pop back up in my life like this. I have no idea what he wants from me, and it's got me really worried. Anyways, I really am sorry to bother you with all of this while you're at work. I don't want to give you more to worry about.
Julia, please. You know you don't have to apologize to me for anything, especially not coming to me about this. I feel like you've told enough about you and Ryan to know the kind of crap that he puts you through. But I just want you to know that I'm always going to have your back no matter what. I mean, we're husband and wife. We'll get through anything together, as a couple. Not just this business with your ex, but in anything. If there's ever anything that I can do for you, you know that you can always come to me, right?
Thank you so much, Max. I just really have no idea how I would be able to keep this hotel afloat if it weren't for you. I just wanted to let you know that I'm really thankful to have someone like you in my life, you know?
Oh, come on. You don't need to say all that. You know that I would do anything for you because I want to. So please, don't ever worry about coming to me with this kind of stuff. I'm happy that you trust me enough to do so.
Thank you so much for being so understanding. I should have known that there was nothing to worry about when it comes to you. But anyways, I just wanted to let you know that I've gotten everything ready for tomorrow, so I was going to go to bed pretty soon here.
Yeah, no problem at all. I hope you sleep well, Julia. See you tomorrow. So tell me, Julia, did you finally smarten up and decide to leave your husband like the little loser he is?
Ryan, I already told you that I have no intention at all of leaving my husband, and I'd appreciate it if you'd quit talking to me.
Are you kidding me? What do you mean you're not going to leave your husband? Don't you know what I could offer you? You're making a mistake, you stupid woman.
Making a mistake? Ryan, let's get something straight here. 3 years ago, you were the one that came to me asking for the divorce, remember? I had just inherited this hotel from my parents who had died only months ago in that terrible car crash. I was busy every day trying to learn how to run a hotel and manage staff and make guests happy, and you never did anything to help. Instead, you would just always put me down or insult me. You made me feel like an idiot for caring about my parents' legacy.
Well, you don't have any right to be mad at me. After all, you were the one cheating on me the whole time. So what do you have to say about that?
I have to say the same thing that I told you 3 years ago when you accused me of that. I never, ever cheated on you. You made that all up and refused to listen to anything I might say otherwise.
Yeah, sure. Whatever you say. Honestly, you can keep on believing that if you want. But the thing is that I'm not even mad that you cheated on me anymore. I'm willing to let that all just go into the past and never be mentioned again. But you should know that before our divorce, if you had just given me a bit more money like I asked you, none of this would have ever happened. I would have overlooked all your cheating, and would have just let you go about your business. And all you had to do was give me a little more money every month. In fact, since we're getting back together, you should know that I'm only going to go along with it if you start giving me money every month again.
I see what this is all about now. You're having money problems, aren't you? Well, I suppose that you really haven't changed at all then. But do you really think that you're going to be able to pester me for money after all this time, Ryan?
Well, never let it be said that I didn't think you were a sharp one. You saw right through me, Julia.
I see. Well, I'm just going to need more time to get ready for all of this, so maybe just wait for me a little longer.
Finally! I was waiting so long for this. You have no idea how happy I am to read those words. Hey there, Julia. I was just wanting to check in and see if you had divorced your husband yet.
Ryan, it's literally been like 9 or 10 hours since we last messaged each other. No, I haven't divorced him yet.
Oh, come on. You have to hurry up and do it already. Just how long are you going to keep me waiting for this, Julia? Hurry up and leave your husband right now. If you have him sign the divorce papers now, we can probably get all the paperwork handled in a matter of hours. You still remember the window in the courthouse that you have to go to get all of that filed away, right?
Ryan, I would really appreciate it if you waited for me to reach out to you about all of this, okay?
Ugh, I should have known not to count on you to get anything done in a rush. You're always so lazy. Do you know that? You are always putting me off and telling me to wait for stuff.
You know, I've actually been wondering why you've chosen to come back to me out of all the other people I'm sure would love to date you.
Uh-huh, so you finally caught on to that little fact, did you?
I mean, yeah, I was wondering since you sent me the first of these messages just why you wanted anything to do with me anymore.
Well, I'm not going to tell you. If I tell you what I'm really thinking, then I don't think you'd want to marry me anymore. So there.
I see. Well, either way, I am still going to be getting things ready here, so you can really tell me whatever you want.
Wait, what? Are you serious? You mean no matter what I say to you, you'll still marry me? Well, I guess in that case, I better tell you the whole truth. What I really want to get out of marrying you isn't you, but your hotel.
I'm not sure that I'm following what you mean. Ryan, would you mind explaining to me just a little bit better?
Well, I know that your hotel has to be at least worth something, right? I'm sure that if I sold it, I could get some kind of money from doing that. You can consider it your way of paying me back for all these years that I've been on my own. After all, you caused me a lot of trouble with that affair of yours.
But Ryan, you know that I inherited this hotel from my parents, right? Not only that, but you know how hard I've been working to keep the business going. You can't really be thinking about selling my family's business just to make a quick buck, right?
Oh, come on. I told you my plan already. Why can't you just leave that loser Max and just be with me already? You know that I'm the better match for you anyways. Just hurry up and get a divorce already.
I'm sorry, Ryan, but I just have a lot of preparations that I need to put in place first. And just what's with the rush anyways?
You don't need to know anything about why I'm in such a rush. You just need to do as I say. Now, just how much longer are you going to try and keep me waiting, huh?
Don't tell me that this is how badly you need money right now. Is that what this is all about?
You don't know anything at all. Just do as I say and quit asking questions already.
You know what I think it is? I think that you're in a lot of debt, and I do mean a lot. And I think you're looking for anything that will help you dig your way out of that.
Wait, what? How did you find out about my debt issue? Do you have someone following me or something like that? I can't believe that you do this to me.
I didn't hire anyone to follow you or anything like that. I've just heard through old mutual friends of ours about the trouble you're in. But that's not all that I've heard about you. I've heard that you're in so much debt and were so bad about borrowing money that you borrowed money from several banks all at once. And now it's obvious that you're just looking for someone who can step in and help you take care of your problem, isn't that right? That's why you contacted me after all this time, isn't it? To try and get me to help you pay off all the debt that you owe?
No, I'm telling you that me wanting to marry you and sell your hotel has nothing at all to do with all the debt that I'm in.
I see. So then it's about trying to pass off your debt to me after we get married? Is that closer to the truth then?
Would be wrong with that anyways, huh? I mean, a husband and wife out to help each other out, right? Of course I would ask for your help if we got married.
I see. Well, you do know that a spouse isn't actually bound to help out with their spouse's debt just because the two of them are married, right?
Ugh, I seriously hate having to deal with you. Do you know that? I never even wanted to marry you in the first place. Yes, this was all just a big scam to help with my debt. Is that what you wanted to hear?
Well, you didn't need to come out and admit it like that. I'd obviously already put that all together myself. But you should know that I never ever said that I was going to divorce my husband. I just kept telling you that I needed more time to get ready.
What do you even mean by that? Get ready for what? What are you talking about? I thought you were talking about getting ready for the divorce and marrying me again.
Well, yes, I did that on purpose so that you would talk to me and think that I was actually going to remarry you.
Please, you have to do this for me. I'm deadly serious. All my loans are due by tomorrow, and I don't have nearly enough money to pay off any of them.
Yeah, you really haven't changed at all in this time, have you? You're still the same stupid, selfish man that you've always been. I mean, I have to say that I really was lost and confused about what happened to us 3 years ago, but it's clear to me now that I made the right choice.
Well, you went way too far trying to dig into my personal life and looking into my debt and all. I'm going to make you pay for that. You won't get away from me that easily. Hey, you're Julia's husband, aren't you? What's your name again? Max or something like that, right? I'm sorry, who are you, and how did you get this number? I don't have you in my contacts, and I don't know anyone who would talk to me like that. Oh, come on. Surely you remember me. I still have your business card from the day we met, you know? In fact, that's exactly how I got your phone number in the first place. I see. Well, I don't really remember who you are at all, but I give out my business card to a lot of people, so... Well, I'm not here to talk about business or anything like that. But the thing is, that I was telling your wife about how I'm in serious financial trouble, and she completely refused to help me out at all. So now she's left me with no other choice but to come to you and beg for help with my money problem. I see. I take it that you're Ryan then. I feel like I've heard enough about you from my wife to understand what's going on here. I take it that you ended up taking out way more money than you would be able to afford, and now you're asking my wife and I for help to pay it back, yes? Hey, don't you talk to me like you know me. This is the first time that we're ever really talking, and you need to show me some respect. Sorry, I need to show my wife's ex-husband, who insulted her, and showed back in her life to beg for money, respect? Look, I'm not here to have this conversation with you right now, okay? The point is that I already tried talking to Julia about this, and she wouldn't listen to me. So no, you have to step up and help me since she refused to. After all, we've been married to the same woman. Surely that makes you want to help me, right? I see. Well, okay. I suppose I could try and help you if you're having money problems. We do have an opening for some cleaning stuff at our hotel, and you could earn some money for yourself that way. If you'd like, I can even talk to the HR office about getting you an advance on your first paycheck if you really need the help. You mean your solution is to just try and make me work for my money? Are you out of your mind? Why in the world would I want to go and work for some shabby old hotel on its last legs anyways? You and your wife ought to just shut up and give me the money I'm asking for already. Wow, you really are even worse than Julia described you as being, and I really don't think that was possible. You really just aren't capable of taking care of yourself at all, are you? Excuse me? What did you just say to me? Who do you think you are to talk to me like that, huh? Why don't you try saying that to my face, you little punk? Not only that, but you really do act like a spoiled little kid when you don't get your way. But I take it that you don't really know much about our hotel. You think I'm an idiot or something? I know the hotel, and it looks like a great big piece of crap. There's no way a place like that is going to stay open for another year, so just give me my money. Wait a second, you aren't talking about the old location of the hotel, are you? Old location? What are you talking about? A hotel is a hotel. You can't just up and move. What do you mean, old location? Well, I mean that a few months ago, we decided to move out the business, not just the hotel itself, to a better location. And we've been working hard to make sure that everything is all set with that transfer, since it's been such a process. But we already have plenty of bookings, and repeat guests who are coming to stay with it. So I really think that your information needs to be updated. But wait, I thought you were in that old rickety building. Are you telling me that you guys are operating out of a new place now? Not only that, but your business is actually doing well? Please tell me that you're lying about that. Of course we're not lying about that. Our management team from the old location all came up with and agreed to the idea of trying to move to a more profitable location. And now, we've been able to increase our amount of overseas guests and have a lot of local businesses wanting to work with us. So we're actually doing better than we've ever done before, and we've only been here a few months. Well, wait a second. If that's the case, then just how much money would a cleaner at one of your hotels make? Well, we would begin by hiring a cleaner on a part-time basis and move them along their career from there. But there's substantial room for growth in responsibilities and wages. In fact, a couple members of our management team started at our hotel as cleaning staff and worked their way up to where they are now. But since you already shot down the idea, I really don't imagine that a job like that interests you at all. Well, hold on a second there. That was only because I had no idea the kind of money that your place was raking up now. I mean, I said no because I didn't want to be cleaning some old hotel that was on its way out anyways. But if you're telling me that you're all working out of a new location, and that business is really, really good, then I'll have no problem taking a job as a cleaner. Of course, you'll have to pay me the absolute maximum you can while I'm there. Wow, that really didn't take much at all, did it? You were so ready to look down at a job just because of assumptions that you were making. And the moment you found out that you were just making things up to be mad at, and the job was actually great, you turn around and act as if you can demand whatever you want from it. And who cares if I'm doing that? You already offered me the job, so just give it to me already. You're right, Ryan. I did offer you the job, and you turned it down right then and there, without asking any more questions about it. So I'm afraid that was a one-time offer that I was not planning on making again. Anyways, my wife and I still have a lot of work to do to make sure our transition here continues to go smoothly. I don't know what you're going to do with the rest of your life, but just make sure that you leave Julie and I out of it, or else it.
After Max sent that final message to Ryan, something really must have snapped in Ryan to make him do what he did next. He showed up the next week at the hotel unannounced and told our receptionist that he was there to start his new job at the hotel. She had no idea what he was talking about, but Ryan said that he was offered it directly from Max. Apparently, our receptionist was quite scared because Ryan came into the hotel looking really scruffy and had a crazy look in his eye. She cautiously agreed to let him into the supply closet where the janitorial equipment was. She told him to get changed and then she would give him a tour of the hotel. The receptionist did, however, call Max and explain about the strange man. It was only hours later that Max happened to be stepping out of his office that he found Ryan there, in uniform, sitting on a bench and playing on his phone. Max could tell just by looking that the mop next to the bucket that was by the bench hadn't been put in the water at all that day. Max called the police and had Ryan hauled out of the hotel for trespassing. I heard that he was let go with a stern warning and began to job hunt in earnest after that. Because he hadn't had a real job in years, though, almost nowhere wanted to hire him. In the end, Ryan was only able to find part-time jobs and took on 3 of them at once to be able to keep up with his debt repayment and afford to live in a tiny little apartment. I realized the irony of him working the night shift with one of his jobs when it was me working there that led to him to suspect that I was cheating. But aside from that, I really haven't thought about Ryan at all since the police dragged him out of our hotel kicking and screaming about having a job there. Max and I have been way too busy handling things at our hotel and all the new business that we've never had before. After things began to settle down at our hotel, Max and I agreed that we couldn't put off hiring more staff any longer. We didn't realize just how much our operation would grow with the new location, and we quickly took on dozens of new staff members. Now, finally, Max and I have more time to spend with each other as husband and wife. Although now that I'm pregnant, I suppose that I should say that we'll have more spare time to spend together as a family. When I do think back on him, I'm in some ways grateful to Ryan. After all, if he hadn't shown me who he really was and left me then I would never have the life that I have now.
Oh, Madison! I need to speak with you. My mother's long-term nursing care has just been authorized.
What are you talking about, Anthony? What nursing care?
It's already been decided that I take over the house, and all the other things that go along with it. So tomorrow, you're going to quit your job and take care of my mother. That would be great!
I don't get what you're saying right now. Everything's happening at such a fast pace that I'm not getting the full story here.
Madison, don't be ridiculous. This isn't the time to start playing dumb, you know. I talked to my brother about what to do with my mom. Rather than put her in an aged care facility, it's better to have family who are nearby to take care of her. It's tough for my brother right now, and he's got a child to look after. You need to quit your job as soon as possible and take care of her. Isn't that the most obvious solution to all of this?
Why are you trying to solve all these problems when you haven't even consulted me about them? Don't we talk things out first, then work to solve the issue? It seems to me that you're being quite unreasonable towards me. You can't just decide things for me. If you talked to me about this, I would have said I like my job and I want to keep working. I have no prior knowledge of nursing the elderly or anything like that. It would be such a struggle for me. Besides, I only see your mother a couple of times a year, and that's during Thanksgiving and Christmas. Rather than me take care of her myself, it would be easier to put her in a care home where she gets looked after properly by professionals or people with more care experience.
What did you just say? All your words are just so muddled up that it loses all meaning, don't you see that? This is a family decision, not just yours. I'm already getting her luggage moved into our house today.
You've got to be kidding me right now. Really, Anthony?
Not kidding, dear. Tomorrow, my mother will be living with us in our house. What's the problem? If something happens, are you afraid that it'll be your fault or something?
Yes, but I really do think you're being too pushy right now. You're not considering any of my decisions.
Madison, you're a woman, all right? It's not your responsibility to work or anything like that at all. I'm the one who needs to be responsible and earn money because I'm the man of the house. Don't you think it's more normal for you to quit your job? You're the woman, of course, so it wouldn't look so bad if you did.
This whole thing is completely one-sided, Anthony. Are we even going to have a proper discussion about this? This is so cruel. Can't you just listen to how I feel about this?
There's no room for discussion. I've already made the decision, so there's no point in complaining about it. So with that, from now on, you're taking care of my mother, and that's final. Also, just because you need to take care of her, it doesn't mean you can cut corners with the housework, alright? As my wife, it's your duty to serve your husband's family. It's only natural that I ask that of you.
Well, you couldn't sink any lower than what you just said to me, Anthony. I thought it was impossible that you'd act like this towards me. It would have been nice if you'd given me the time to talk all this out with you. I guess you're just going to make me do all this now.
Oh my god. Today has also been so exhausting. I still haven't finished up at work. I envy you so much right now. You can just laze about at home since you're a housewife. You've got such an easy, laid-back life. Just living off the money that I earn and work tirelessly for. With that, I bring that home to you every month. It's like you're a blood-sucking parasite.
Would you please cut it out, Anthony? Is this what it's going to be like between us day after day whilst you work and I'm here? What do you even want me to say to that? You're the one that wanted me to do this, didn't you? You're the one who wanted me to quit my job and take care of my mother-in-law when I shouldn't be the one who does. Of all things, I can't stand being called a parasite.
Oh, come on, Madison. It's all okay. You're a housewife who can be at home and not stress out about anything. I'm the one making money because I need to.
Do you really think that I'm not stressed over anything whilst I'm at home?
Hey, you've been relaxing at home all this time. So what's there to stress about? I would think that you're having fun, Madison.
Fun? Are you serious, Anthony? The only time I have to relax is the moment when my head hits the pillow and I can go to bed and sleep. You are the person that asked me to take care of your mother in the first place. Of course it was going to be a huge task to take on and a stressful one at that. Also, Why are you being so sarcastic when you're saying I'm having fun? Why would you say that when it's not true?
But isn't it so nice to be a full-time housewife, my dear?
You wanted me to quit my job, but you continue with your sarcasm and treat me like crap every day. I'm so fed up with your attitude, Anthony. What if I started acting like that towards you, huh?
If I was living a life like yours, it would be so awesome. I envy you for only having to care for someone and live off someone else. You're just a human-sized parasite that's mooching off me. So stop being an arrogant woman.
Okay. If you envy me so much, how about we try swapping duties so you're at home and I go to work?
Whoa, really? For real? I feel so incredibly lucky right now.
Yeah, for real. I'm down to do that. Let's just switch positions. You can quit your job so that you can stay at home, and I'll go back to work and earn money for us.
That's such a god-tier suggestion, my dear. Do you really think that you'll be able to make enough money to keep us afloat? Oh no. You know what? I just wanted to quit my job already. I'll take you up on that offer. This is great.
You seem overjoyed, Anthony. All right. From now on, you can take care of your mother and the housework. I would very much appreciate that.
Okay, gotcha. So, I'll just quit my job today then.
Oh, what? Really? You're going to quit today? Are you sure that's what you want to do?
What's up? Do you want to do all of this by yourself or something?
That's not what I mean, Anthony. When I had to take care of your mother, I just immediately quit my job. Since smashing all this out might not work, why don't you just take a break instead of quitting altogether? It would be better to just take a month off under the care for parents leave that you have.
That means I'm only making a half-hearted decision about all of this. If I've been given the chance to quit, then I'm going to quit my job and stay at home. Besides, anyone can be a full-time housewife. The only thing my mother does is sleep all day, so I don't have a huge amount of work with her. I'll have so much free time that I'll have no idea what to do with myself.
Yes, that's somewhat true. I suppose it would be fine to just do what you please. Of course, I can't guarantee anything. Having to do housework and look after an elderly person is harder than you think.
Yeah, whatever you say, dear. Even if you somewhat try to throw me off the idea of quitting with your words, it's a waste of time. I'm going to quit and come back home. Today, I'm going to quit and I'm not looking back. Can't take back what I said now.
I see. Well then, I'll go back to working like I did before.
Will you be able to get back into the workforce so easily, though? You're just a girl.
I was in a technical position before I quit, so I can go back to it without any problems. You're so hyped up about this now, but you'll soon realize the reality of it all. Don't forget that I advised you on that, all right?
Madison, what time are you going to come home?
Well, I still haven't finished work yet, Anthony.
You need to hurry up, finish your work, and come home this instant. I can't do this anymore. It's impossible.
Why? Of course you can make dinner for us, can't you?
You're talking about dinner right now? Are you trying to mess with me or something? I've come to the conclusion that doing all this work is completely impossible. Don't you get how hard it is to look after someone?
I understand everything you're saying, Anthony. However, did you say that you've got a lot of time to do that 2 weeks ago?
It's not like when you were at home, though. Things are entirely different now.
I don't think things have changed that drastically from 2 weeks ago. The only thing that's changed in these last 2 weeks is our duties at work and home, no?
That's enough out of you about this. You need to get back home now.
I'm tired from working all day. Do you really think I want to come back home and do all the housework as well? Don't you understand that I want you to take care of your own mother?
What are you talking about?
While you were working, did you not think that it would be better for you to look after her than me since she's your mother? You're not trying to make me do things that you don't want to do, are you?
But it would be nice if you could help me out. If you asked me for help when you were at home, I would have done that for you.
Is that so? I don't remember ever you being at home when I asked for help. You weren't there at all. I knew something like this would come up eventually.
What's that supposed to mean? What are you trying to say?
I didn't think you're suited to either housework or taking care of people. I thought it would stress you out to the max. You came to that conclusion faster than I could have possibly imagined.
If you knew that, then why didn't you tell me? What the heck?
I thought I did tell you something along those lines, though.
I guess it doesn't matter anymore. You now get what I'm going through. I'm already so tired from doing so much, Madison. You should be doing what you're good at. Nursing people and doing all the housework are a woman's job after all. So with saying that, we'll go back to our original roles.
I refuse to go back to doing housework and looking after your mother.
Excuse me? What did you just say to me?
I haven't got a clue what you're talking about. But I'm very active at work and I'm doing well in my job. You look down on me as a useless woman who can only be good at doing stuff at home. To tell you straight, I am needed in my job, and I like it.
So what are you trying to say? So what's going to happen?
Listen to me then. I was happy when you wanted to switch roles as I wanted to continue working. You convinced me to swap with you, and that's what I did. What I didn't need in my life is not to have a job when you told me to quit and take care of your mother. You started all of this.
What? Me? What did I even do to you?
In fact, until now, you've been doing nothing but talk bad about what I'm trying to do and looking down on me as nothing but a slave. You can't do all these things that I did by yourself, can you? Up until now, you've just been throwing commands at me left, right, and center with such a sense of arrogance. Did you think that you could increase the amount of time you've been spending on cheating or something?
Huh? What are you bringing up about me cheating? I don't get it.
I'm sorry, but caring for your mother and doing the housework is harder than you think it is. From the very beginning, I thought that it was something that you couldn't do very well. You couldn't even last 2 weeks, Anthony.
That's enough! Stop hassling me so much, Madison! Stop making a fool out of me! It's not funny! I'm good at my job. I just want to go back to how it was before. I'd rather work than be here. I think I'll go crazy if I had to stay at home all the time. You should be able to take care of someone way easier than I would, since you're a woman.
Even if it's your own mother. Yes, you should. Soon enough, you'll be nothing but a stranger to me. Do you really think that there's a need for me to take care of her?
Excuse me? What do you mean I'll be a stranger?
Oh, I forgot to mention this. By the way, you quit your job, right? Say you want to go back now to that job. Do you think you'll be able to go back to it soon?
What you're saying is complete and utter gibberish, Madison. Of course I could. I was a competent employee who always went above and beyond to do the best work possible.
But when you quit your job, nobody stopped you from doing so, right?
What the heck? What's that got to do with anything that I'm wanting to do now, in the present? I've been working non-stop for the past 5 years. Surely I'll be able to return.
Well, that must be such a relief for you. Even if you were to get rid of me, would you be able to live on your own from now on?
Huh? Get rid of you? What's that supposed to mean?
I just don't feel like dealing with you anymore after the way you've looked down on me as a woman. There's no point in being married, so I was intending on getting a divorce from you. I also have proof of you cheating on me, so I can file for a divorce right away.
No, wait, what? Madison? What are you talking about? You seriously think I'm cheating on you or something?
I'm also going to file a claim to get alimony after you since you've been having an affair. I would get ready for that if I were you.
Now hold up a minute. Alimony? Divorce? What the heck are you saying right now? You can't do that to me. I'm your husband. Even though I quit my job and switched roles from you, you still would want to divorce me? Aren't you being a bit selfish here?
Who's the one being selfish here? I think it's you, you piece of trash. You said you wanted to switch roles, didn't you? Even so, I wanted to go back to the way it was before I had to care for your mother because I wasn't doing so well. Didn't I discuss this with you?
What did you discuss with me? I don't even remember that at all.
First, I advised you on not to quit your job and to just try and take a break. But you just went and quit, didn't you?
That's right, yes. But everything's fine now. There's absolutely no issues. I'm just going to pretend I didn't hear you talk about divorce. If you were going to get a divorce from me, I wouldn't have quit my job.
But I told you now that I would divorce you. Do I have to keep explaining my reasons to you over and over again? I was waiting for the perfect time to get proof of your cheating scandal, and now that time has come. I'm actually looking forward to divorcing you.
What? You're looking forward to it? Are you nuts? But you were just a housewife!
Of course. But I wanted to continue working, and then all of a sudden you designated me to being your mother's caregiver when I didn't want to be. You forced me to quit my job. I was desperately wanting out of it as it was something so unfamiliar to me, and all you did was look down on me. Then you go and have an affair behind my back. My love for you is officially worn out.
What affair are you on about, Madison? There's nothing going on!
I guess it's just a waste of time trying to even tell you about how I feel right now. I've got all the evidence I need. Here. My love for you has gone cold and I never want to see your face again. I'm going to divorce you, and I will claim my alimony from you, all right?
Are you seriously going to go through with what you said? But I want to go back to my job!
If you can go back, then why don't you just try to go back? Even though you're saying all this to me, you'll still be in a lot of trouble.
What about the nursing care for my mom? If I want to go back to work, who will be able to look after my mom?
Isn't that a problem that you need to deal with yourself? You're just a nobody to me now, Anthony. Sorry, not sorry. Why don't you just hire someone to care for her and you go back to work? Please stop using me to solve all your problems. I'm so over it. You'll need to hire a lawyer while you're at it and secure the money that you need to give me. The divorce proceedings are definitely going to fall in my favor.
Just wait up a second and calm down, so we can talk about all this quietly!
Oh, don't worry, I'm calm. I just want what I'm owed by you since you've put me through a lot of hardship. Considering how you've treated me so far, it's only natural for me to act cold towards you, isn't it? On that note, good luck, you piece of trash that's got nothing going for him. It's such a shame that you couldn't enjoy your job as a stay-at-home husband. In the end, Madison refused to give up on what she wanted, and it seems that she got her divorce from Anthony. After that, one day, he tried to quickly return to work. He was laughed at by his boss and was originally subjected to being laid off. It was clearly told to him that he couldn't return to his original job. He's currently looking for a job while also taking care of his mother. He used his savings to pay for the alimony. That meant he couldn't afford to hire a caregiver and was always super busy. It's said that he's aged considerably in such a short span of time. On the other hand, Madison's enjoying her job again, and it seems she also enjoys living alone. It seems that Anthony was the one that got in trouble after the divorce was finalized. Even though he's only just realized his reality now, it's too late to go back.